Brayden, what is this?
Skibbity! Thank Jesus you found him. He's the only real friend I have left.
Why is it sticky?
I'm gonna plead the fifth on that, Mr. Belding.
And what's this hole in the bottom?
Behold, the skibussy. Do not look directly into it, Mr. Belding. I warn you, you could be sent to the brain rot multiverse and be stuck forever. Mr. Belding, Mr. Belding, Mr. Belding. Welcome to the brain rot multiverse, where you can edge for eternity, and everyone mews and looks matchless. In the solemn words of Rosa Parks, I believe we are here on this earth to live, goon, and do what we can to make this world a better place for all people to enjoy, Skibbity. Come back to me, Mr. Belding. It is not yet your time for your brain to rot away in the multiverse. Your job is not done here on this earth. Find your way back to me and finish the job you started. Mr. Belding, off the perk 30s, I see.
Tums, congratulations, Brayden. Gave me an ulcer.
Who was it because I was joke maxing in Spanish class? Yo soy stretching. It's getting grander.
You know what, Brayden? This isn't even about you. It's about my ex-wife.
Uh-oh.
She's on a seek and destroy mission to malign my good reputation with rumors.
OMG, it's true! You're robosexual.
That's a rumor. That is a rumor.
Oh, brother. Anyways, who do you think would win in a fight between Kevin G and Big Justice?
Is that the Nike Shocks thing, or?
Oh, brother, that's another conversation. One thing's for sure, Big AJ would destroy Kevin G's dad. He'd eat him up, like a double chocolate chip cookie.
A goon journal, Brayden?
That's not mine, I'm illiterate.
Miss Williams said she found this in the faculty bathroom.
Oh, shit.
Half the pages are stuck together.
I swear that's from a glue stick.
What are you, Ted Kaczynski? What is this? Huh? Is that a picture of me? Mr. Belding oiled up? Brayden, what the fuck?
Freeze! Mr. Belding, I have edged from the beginning of time, and now time itself is subservient to me. In this realm, you are my king, and you love me. You finally think I'm special, and I think you're more than just a king, Mr. Belding. You're a god upon whom I must give my nectar. In the wise words of Maya Angelou, conquer your red streak, and then you may goon. Mr. Belding, through the process of goonmosis, I am ready to become you.
Uck. Oh my, you cut it out. I'm gonna spray you, Brayden. Brayden, did you ask the lunch lady to queef on your chicken nuggets?
Perchance I requested them cheesy.
Stop.
Well, excuse me for wanting a little Fermunda cheese on my nuggies.
Shut up.
Well,
Shut your mouth.
Mr. Belding? Earth to Mr. Belding? I've left him wittably speechless.
Brayden, I have nowhere to go from here. All I have left is the nuclear option.
Nuclear option? What is that supposed to mean, Vladimir Putin? In reverse?
Go ahead, Brayden. Be as weird as you want to be. Tell me, do you have a cloaca?
What? Only birds and reptiles have those.
Well, birds and reptiles and Therian plushies like yourself.
That's just a rumor.
Tell me, is your cloaca moist?
Mr. Belding, you're making me uncomfortable.
Oh, I'm making you uncomfortable. Well, we'll try this on for size.
Mr. Belding, it's tiny.
See? We're not so different, Brayden.
Why are you talking like that?
I want your milkshake, Brayden. I have my milkshake in a long straw, and I put it in your mouth. Drink it all up. Brayden, have you been harassing Mr. Gray?
You mean Mr. Gap?
I'm giving you 3 days ISS. This has become a chronic problem. What was that?
Nothing. Skibbity.
Don't say that. Are you trying to impress somebody, Brayden?
Perchance.
Is there a special...
Mr. Belding, I'll tell you who I'm trying to impress. My Therian girlfriend.
I don't want to know what that is.
What about this? You want to know what this is?
Please tell me it's a skin tag.
Guess again. Don't look away now, Mr. Belding. I've got you under my spell. I'm goon-notizing you. Stare deep into my nethers.
It's so small.
Not when you measure in centimeters. Now, when I stop gooning, you're gonna say, okay, Lord Brayden, You can go back to Mr. Diet's class now.
Lord Brayden, you can go back to Mr. Giat.
Mr. Belding, Brayden's grandmother's here to pick him up.
I'm gonna sissy Gaza.
Brayden, what is this? Is this another one of your jelk maxers?
No, that's a hammer, Mr. Belding.
Clearly. Why do you have this? This could be considered a weapon.
Well, do you remember when I was talking to you last week about mewing?
The thing?
Precisely.
Huh?
You see, sometimes mewing isn't quite enough to overcome the genetic hurdles presented by having a weak jawline in someone like myself. Which is why you need to start bone smashing.
What is bone mashing, Brayden?
Bone smashing. That's when you hit your jaw bones with a hammer or another hard object to enlarge them and make them harder, thus sharpening your jawline. The goal is to be chatty and Sigma and to have the ladies literally dripping wet over you. Speaking of which, I know your marriage ended in divorce, but when you were married, can you tell me, is it possible for women to goon? You know, gooning is the new meta.
Brayden, I'm glad you're in my office today.
Glad to be here, Mr. B.
Do you know what this is?
My sex slave?
I knew you'd be on that weirdo stuff. This is a nanny cam, Brayden.
Dead ass, Mr. Belding?
Indubitably. You see, I hid him in plain sight because no one seems to believe me that you've been edging and gooning and jelking all over campus. But I've caught you, Brayden.
Please say psych.
And it's all on my computer. Time to watch you burn, Brayden.
Hello, my name is Brayden Braxton Whitehead
The F.
Jr., and I have been forced by Mr. Belding to do unnatural and sinful things with the FFA animals.
Just what the hell is this, Brayden?
It's called blackmail, Mr. Belding. I'm disappointed in you. You thought you could outsmart me, but I'm playing chess, and you're just playing checkers. Now take a look at this. I am the one who goons. Now watch me whip, goon. Now watch me bust nuts. Don't look away from me. I love you, Mr. Belding.
Brayden, I have a report here that says you assaulted Kevin Grady.
What? I absolutely did not assault Kevin G. I just gave him a French microphone.
What's a French microphone, Brayden?
That's when you fart in somebody's wide open mouth and it makes a funny little echo noise. Most of the time you have to be asleep for it to count, but Kevin G was singing with his eyes closed. He was singing that one song, he was like, I'm a bottom jeans, with the bird. And right when he went for that high note, I stood up on my desk and I farted right in his mouth. The class went crazy. Kevin said it tasted like a piece of Lunchable, which I'm not surprised because I've been streaking, straight up eating piece of Lunchables every day for the past 14 days. Speaking of streaks, I've officially hit 21 days on my edge streak. I read in the book How to Win Friends and Influence People that after 21 days you can establish a new habit. When I grow up, I want to be just like you, Mr. Belding. Has anyone ever told you you kind of look like the dad from Inside Out? If he flipped me inside out and saw all of my emotions, they'd all be about gooning and edging. Maybe a little bit about Geometry Dash, too.
He just walked in. Brayden, do you know why you're in here?
Because I was gooning in art class?
That would be right. This is the second time this week we've had this discussion, isn't it?
Actually, last time I was edging in social studies.
It's the same thing.
Mr. Belding, that's like saying a Corvette and a Bugatti are the same.
Sit down.
Oh, that wouldn't be a good idea. Actually, any sudden movement right now might make me blow. Actually, did the air conditioner just turn on? Because I think a stiff breeze might be enough to make me bust my nut. Not only that, but Miss Williams, the secretary, I know she's like 80 years old, but she had a low-cut blouse on today, and when she said my name, she said, Brayden. And she said it kind of like that. I almost lost it. Uh-oh, this isn't good. I feel it happening. Pray for me. Pray for me, Mr. Belding. This isn't good. This is really about to happen. I'm about to bust.
Why do you think you're here today, Brayden?
Because I Googled felching and munting on the school computers.
Bingo. You know, the librarian said you were also looking at OnlyFans. Somebody named Tiger.
You mean Tyga?
What happened to you, Brayden? 2 years ago, you were Ambassador of the Month. You had perfect attendance. Where'd it go wrong?
I think it's when I started using Zen. My best friend Braxton, he dared me to have one single Zen pouch, and then I got hooked. Ever since then, I started stuffing them in my urethra just to get the same kind of high. Then I had a borderline psychotic break.
Yeah?
I thought I saw Jesus, but it was really just Jesus at Home Depot. Anyways, I'm only putting the Zin packs in my butthole and no longer shoving them deep into my urethra. I saved that for my Nintendo DS style.
Brayden, I know it's... I want to read the Bible to you. Can I read you the Bible?
Of course, I love the Bible. One time I took 30 Zin pouches and I read the entire Bible, except I read it upside down and backwards.
I don't know how you did it, Brayden, but you got voted Student of the Month.
Let's go!
I'm proud of you.
Thanks, Mr. B. Time to celebrate!
Brayden, I will spray you with Clorox.
Oh, that wouldn't be a good idea.
Stop this.
I can't stop once I've started to sing.
Miss Williams, will you send in the resource officer? I'm going to have you put in handcuffs, Brayden.
Bring it on, Mr. B. I don't even need hands to goon anymore. For me, gooning has become a state of mind. Watch me achieve Goonvana.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. He created man in his own image, but man rejected him, fell victim to this world and all its decadence. Clark Belding, my child, I remember the day you were born. I remember watching you grow up. I remember how mischievous and sweet and kind you were. Be gracious, Clark, and have hope for the future, because at one point in time, you too were nothing more than a simple gooner.